Well, we're not a super popular podcast, are we? We're not like millions of views.
No.
One day, if we go for long enough.
Yeah, that's kind of my hope for everything. If we do it long enough, people will just,
flock.
We'll saturate the internet so much that people have no choice but to watch our videos.
You there! Have you heard that we've done a podcast for 3 years? Jesus Christ.
I want there to be, in like 20 years' time, a statistician saying 90% of the content on the internet was made by this prick. And then just a picture
of your face.
My grumpy Christmas face.
Amazing.
Because there is no better picture than of I.
Well, I quite like the picture of you with the frog on your face.
Oh yeah, that'll do. It's on my head.
That's what I meant.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Ancestral Games podcast with myself, Nathan, and sitting beside me as per usual is Robert.
Hi!
Hello, that's a... Every time you spike the fucking microphone.
That's my job, that's what I do. I spike the audio.
You are resident spiker.
I am... If I was on a volleyball team, I would be the one spiking You'd be setting it up, and I will spike it.
Wow, sports jokes, like, within 20 seconds of the start of this episode.
Hi there, my name's Robert, I don't even do sports.
We know sport.
I'm far too gay for sports.
So, Robert, how has your past couple of weeks been? Sorry, I asked you a question while you were in the middle of drinking your coffees.
I am a good. I do good things. I've been cast in a musical.
Oh yeah, you did. You are playing Adam Sandler in the Adam Sandler biopic, Adam Sandler.
Yes, I am Robbie Hart in The Wedding Singer.
Yeah, there's a Wedding Singer musical, apparently.
There's a Wedding Singer musical, and I am the lead. I am basically Adam Sandler, yes.
Yeah, it's acceptable because it's back when Adam Sandler was still putting out good films.
Yeah, that's true. Wedding Singer was a film where Adam Sandler was good.
Yeah, before he became the Razzie Slinger. Because that's a joke. Well.
So yeah, I mean, if you guys live in England, come see me.
Yeah,
in a
musical. Get on a plane. Because if you don't live in England, you can make it, I'm sure. You've got plenty of lead time to raise the money.
It's for a week in April. We may have to postpone the podcast.
No. Fuck that. This comes first, Robert. It's part of your contract.
Or record 2.
You did not sign it in blood.
I didn't.
For no reason.
I didn't sign a podcast.
Oh, not as far as you're aware.
Yeah, I don't have a contract. I could walk out whenever.
Shut up. Please don't. I can't do this on my own. I'm the boring one.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, cheers.
You're the jokes.
Oh, okay. I'm a joke, am I, to you? Is that what I am?
I mean, I didn't want to say it in front of the podcast.
Oh, well, that's fine, then. As long as we're both on the same page.
Exactly.
So is that everything you want to talk about yourself? Is that the self-indulgence got out the way?
Well...
Or do you want to speak about why your fingers are all gross?
Oh, well...
It's because he's been fingering leopards.
Dude. Because in the musical and in the movie, Robbie Hart plays the guitar because he's, like, in a wedding band, I taught myself how to play the guitar. And that has gone well, actually. I've learned, like, 2 songs.
Yeah, over the past few weeks, which is annoying, because I've been trying to learn the guitar for the past year, and I've gotten nowhere.
But Robert swoops in and teaches himself within 3 weeks.
I can do a G. I can do a proper G, unlike you with your alien G.
I like my fake G, but I can also play a normal G, so it's fine.
Music talk now. Who is your favourite musics?
Actually, Frédéric Chopin.
I don't know who the fuck that is, so we'll just move on.
He's a composer.
Never heard of him.
Plays piano.
Is he like Billy Joel? He plays the piano, doesn't he?
Oh my god.
Or is he closer to Elton John?
I'm going to have to show you Chopin, because it's classical music. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And then my second place one would be Pachelbel.
Is that another classical thing?
Yeah.
I thought you were into musicals.
I am.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. What is that noise? Oh, you're scratching your mum.
I'm into everything, Nathan.
And that's fine.
I have an eclectic music taste.
My music taste pretty much extends from late 90s light rock and roll to early 2000s light rock and roll.
You're a very light rock and roll guy.
Well, yeah, because, I don't want it to be too loud. That's silly.
I'm not into heavy stuff.
No, I'm not into the heavy stuff, man. Just give me some. Give me
something light.
Just give me something light. So
You're
a
the
bit
one.
of an upper.
You're the one that comes up to the coffee place and you're like, "Hi, can I have a skimmed latte, please?"
Can I have a skimmed latte with 0 fat milk and 2% milk, please?
I have people actually come up and ask for a latte without milk, and I'm like, excuse me, sir, do you realise that latte is all milk? It is a shot of coffee with milk.
Yeah, latte's probably my drink to go.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I usually get it, all sugared up, though, because that's the only way to drink it.
I have
3 or 4 sugars in a latte.
In a latte, I will have maybe a pump or two of, a syrup.
Pump?
A pump.
I forgot you're Canadian.
I like... not maple syrup.
Are you sure?
Yes. You dick.
Are you sure you don't sleep in a giant bed of maple syrup? With a maple leaf as a cover. And a photograph of Celine Dion on your wall.
I have lived in England longer in my combined span of life than I have ever lived in Canada.
I know, but you're the international one.
No one lets the Canadian thing go. I've been in Canada more than half... I've been in England more than half my life, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're Canadian." I'm like, "No, I'm British. Fuck
it's
you."
It's because we in Britain, we like to point out the differences and pretend they're bad things, when really we all strive to be Canadian deep inside.
I walked out my house this morning, and one of my neighbours was like, "Oh, good morning," and I was like, "Oh, hi," and then she stopped at the road as I was locking my door and walking out, and she walked with me and insisted on talking with me. I was like, "You're not British, obviously." No. She was Irish, and she started chatting to me about grass, and I was like,
"What?"
I was like, Mate, I could care less. And she was like, and I was like, "Well, really, that grass isn't exactly, it's not on your property, it's not your..."
Oh, right.
I was like, "It's not exactly your responsibility." And she's like, "If it's not my responsibility, then whose is it?" And I was like, "Well," and she was like, she said, "I'm on the town council now, so I guess..."
Oh, right.
And then she was like, "So I guess it is my problem." I was like, "Okay, I don't care." And she's like, "So where's your accent from?" And I was like, "Bitch, where's your fucking accent from?"
I feel bad, because I got that all the time, during my few brief holidays in America. We'd talk to the neighbours, and they were just... demand that I say nonsense to them, just because, British, it's so funny.
You sound funny.
You sound funny because you're from across a river.
Yeah, but
it's an ocean, not a river.
Yeah, but you had a couple months, maybe days of it, and I've had it for 9 years.
I don't think I've ever made fun of your accent, though. I've made fun of the fact you're Canadian, but not just your accent.
No, that's true. You've spared me that one small fucking...
Hey, I know what upsets you, and I always try to avoid it.
Everything upsets me. I'm very delicate.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want everyone to be happy and smiles. Apart from me, because apparently there is no God.
Oh my God.
No, sorry, I'm upset. I'm salty.
Because... Oh, alright. Tell me why you're salty, Nathan.
Because... If you watch the channel that Robert and I partake in, Whoneedsquality, we're currently having a special month going, which I announced, I think, last episode, Super Scary Spooky Times.
Super Scary Spooky Times!
Where we play just an entire month of so scary games. And
I am spooked eternally.
The 3 games that we're playing for the channel this month are, and I will say, it's not just me and Robert, for any of you particular podcast fans who won't listen to anyone else. I don't know if any of you exist. I don't know if any fans exist.
There are people that are like...
I don't know if any of you are real.
They're like, "Oh, I might watch The Blur," and then they're like, it's not Robert and Nathan."
I get scared that happens, because I don't know how to respond to that information.
What, if someone doesn't
this isn't Robert. I like it when you and Robert do things. It's like, okay, thank you for the compliment, but also go fuck yourself.
You should like us in all the things we do.
That's why I kind of implemented, I'm nowhere near famous at all. We're lucky to get double digits in any video at the moment.
Yeah.
But I've kind of implemented a no responding to comment rule immediately, because I kind of find that's the easiest way to get around that bullshit.
Do we have comments?
No.
Oh. I was going to say, do we even have comments on videos?
Most of the people who watch the videos are people I know personally, and they tell me it's good. My mum thinks I'm funny, so that's good. Don't give me that look. You know the truth.
I know.
And I'm not going to continue it any further because that will make things awkward.
Okay!
What I was going to say... What was I going to say?
I don't know.
But
You put me in an awkward situation where I gave you eyes.
The 3 games that we're playing for the channel are Until Dawn, Five Nights at Freddy's 4, and Soma. So far, every single recording session that I've had with these 3 games have had some serious-ass technical difficulties. Because I didn't...
Do we have difficulties with Five Nights?
Yes. I didn't tell you this, but when I recorded the footage, it recorded in a weird format. I've never heard of it. .ts.
What the fuck is that?
I still don't know. But
Google it now.
we may be sat in front of a computer, but I'm not Googling anything.
Alright, fine.
Basically, the result of this is... If you... Fuck off. Don't touch my laptop, bruh.
I wanted to look at the thing.
Okay, the result of this being in the weird format is basically... oh, shit. Yeah, okay, speaking of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, the first video's uploaded of that, so go watch that now, please.
Well, hey! That's what I wanted to say.
Oh, yeah, we searched for the .ts file, and the first thing that comes up is, how do I convert a .ts file into something useful?
Amazing.
Basically, the result of it being recorded in this format is, when I put it into my video editing software, it only got the video, it got none of the audio.
Oh, God.
And so I had to, get a few different types of, video editing software until I found one that worked with .ts files, render it in that, and then put it into the correct... So basically I went through a very awkward method of converting it into a useful file. And
holy crap.
With Until Dawn, basically we had Jace back on, who was one of the original pairings of Super Happy Fun Times.
We were having a special. We had all of us on there.
Yeah, we had pretty much every member of Super Happy Fun Times on the couch to play Until Dawn, which I have some things to say about that game, but we'll come to that later.
Yes.
And poor Jace, bless him, he wasn't aware of our new way of recording. Mm-hmm. So after we finished the first episode, instead of doing what we usually do, which is continue to record audio and video...
And just write the time down.
Write the time down, then edit it out later. He just said... And it's funny, because I actually have this on recording of him saying, should I stop recording the audio? Nah.
Didn't even wait for an answer.
No, didn't wait for an answer. And so, to try and remedy this so I could sync it up later on, I turned off the video recording software. So I figured, okay, I'll just re-record it. I'll start the recording again, and then I can just sync it up again. That's fine, I can handle that. Except I forgot to hit the fucking button to record again. So second episode footage, gone. And Soma... basically... That whole scenario, except the video footage was never captured to begin with. So I've had a particularly stressful 2 or 3 weeks trying to save what has gone to the digital abyss. because I basically wanted to have all 4, because there's going to be 4 episodes of each, all 4 episodes recorded and rendered before October even began. I am rendering and editing videos the day before they upload, because this is my passion. All right, this is the cross that I have to bear.
Dear. This is what it's come to.
Yeah, this is what's happened to my life.
Nathan is particularly perturbed. His entire face is red now instead of his cheeks.
That's what happens after I rant. So yeah, that's been my past couple of weeks, Robert. Anyway, we've ranted for far too long, because we actually have...
Topics?
A lot of topics. So much news.
We're going to have to save some for the next episode.
No. It won't be news by then. In fact, I think some of this isn't even news by now. Is there any...
Probably not.
No, probably. Anyway, Robert, from this list of 10 or so topics, do you have anything in particular you want to talk about?
Yes, but I don't want to choose that one yet.
Why not? Oh, you want to leave that one for later?
Oh, I'm assuming that it's going to be saved to near the end anyway, because I know you and, and your bits.
And my bits.
I know your bits, Nathan.
Would you like to pick a topic?
I would like to hear about the man that's being sued by Pokemon, please.
Okay, so I've written this down as man being sued by Pokemon for liking Pokemon. That isn't strictly true, but it's close, and I thought it would make a punchy headline to get Robert interested, and it has.
And it made me interested. I like Pokemon. I like suing things.
Basically, from what I read of the story, there is a guy who, I believe it's every year for the past 5 years, at one of the PAX events, I think it was PAX Prime, has been hosting a Pokemon fan party, basically.
Right.
A pre-pack sort of thing, just get everyone warmed up for the party. He'd have, cosplay competitions, gameplay competitions, that sort of thing. And he'd all pay for it out of his own pocket.
Yeah.
All the prizes. Apparently, he never once broke even on these things. He spent, thousands of dollars. And, this has gone on for 5 or so years, so, everything's fine. He goes to one this year, and he gets a cease and desist letter from the guys who make Pokemon. And yeah, he had to cancel the party very soon before it actually happened, trying to avoid any sort of legal action, and he still got sued.
No.
He's actually raising, I think it's a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter or something to try and raise. It's not a terribly huge amount, but it's still more than anyone should be sued for trying to host a party, and has successfully done so for the past few years.
Oh,
I think he's being sued for $4,000 or something.
Oh.
Which is upsetting, poor man. So, I don't have a link or anything, but if you find his page, go throw some money at him, why not?
That's really sad.
I would have liked to go to a Pokemon party, because now I'm worried, because we're having our Batman-inspired Halloween party, and I don't want to be sued by DC.
Believe me, I don't think it's even on the radar for them.
No, I suppose not. we'll just tell them that Tom Hardy said it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it was fine.
That'll work.
Just ask Tom.
Good old Tom, Mr. Hardy.
I'll get him on the phone. Is that Tom Hardy? Yes. Is it okay? Yes. See, Tom Hardy said it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
And Tom Hardy obviously owns the copyright to Pokemon. now that he played Bane in one of the movies.
Brilliant.
Why did you leave me to ramble for so long?
I'm sorry. I was trying to see if where you were going with this was going to be funny.
No, it clearly wasn't. Words were falling out of my mouth before I could even think of them. Therefore, it would not be funny.
Well, you never know. Sometimes, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. And
I don't know.
Both were terrible.
I was gonna say. So, is there anything you wanted to say about that, or just
that it's sad? Why should you be punished for enjoying, a thing?
That's the thing.
He obviously wasn't doing it for the money.
No, that's the thing, because he wasn't raising money for himself. Like I said, he never once broke even, and I don't think he was planning on profiting from it. And even in the title, it said unofficial Pokemon sort of thing.
Yeah,
there was.
So I don't get what would give. I don't know. I assume it's Game Freak who did it.
Game Freak. It might have been Nintendo. I'm not sure.
I don't understand what would give them any grounds to cause a cease and desist.
The only thing I can assume is that they have the idea of, hey, if you're going to run something in our name, we want to be doing it, and we want to be able to sell our shit to people being there. Which, to be fair.
Well, then get on it.
Yeah, get on it, Pokemon. Team up with this guy. Clearly, he knows how to run a party if it's been successful the past 5 fucking years.
In it, bruh.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about, topic-wise?
Ba-bam.
Is there
anything that jumps out to me?
Yeah. Must you sing at every opportune moment?
Metal Gear Insurance. What's that?
Metal Gear Insurance.
What's
this one's just a classic dose of your fuck Konami, really.
Oh, brilliant.
Basically, it's been a few days since I wrote it, so bear with me. It's not going to be a sexy Ken situation. But I'm just trying to remember the exact details, but...
Is it Ken?
It is Ken. It turns out it was Ken all along.
The brunette.
Yeah. Ken the brunette. Basically... you can have bases all over the world in Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yes.
I'm getting sick of I'm going to have to change the sleep pattern on my computer, because this is getting upsetting for me now. In Metal Gear Solid 5, and they can be randomly invaded by other players online, and they can steal basically money, hardware, your troops, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
All of this is stuff that you pay for out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
Stuff that also from in-game currency that you can also, purchase from Konami itself. Konami are now offering Metal Gear Insurance. basically
For your bases.
For your bases, you can pay your own actual hard-earned cash to insure these bases, so that if someone does come in and raid them, anything they take will be immediately replaced.
That is...
It is...
so slimy.
That's the thing, because I would call it, like, super slimy, but at the same time, if this exists, clearly someone is buying or asking for this shit.
Yeah.
I can't expect, Konami to later say, oh yeah, we're cancelling the service because actually no one bought it.
I can't believe it.
You
so
better
mean.
believe it. It's Konami.
Fucking Jesus.
Would you ever pay for anything
No!
like that?
I don't pay... I try not to pay money for video games unless it actually gives, like...
No, I can't remember... I don't think... Have I ever bought DLC? I think the only DLC I've bought is for Fallout New Vegas.
The only DLC I bought was for...
How do you pronounce that?
I've forgotten the name of the game.
What happens in it?
It's the one I tried to get you to play.
Oh, and no... What? What game did you try and get me to play? There's a few of them.
The one about the girl who can turn back time.
Oh Christ. Yeah, that one.
How have I forgotten the name of it?
That's a Ubisoft published one, isn't it?
I was like totally into it as well.
God, I've forgotten it now as well.
Fuck my life.
Let's call it teenage girls doing teenage things.
But the only thing I did was it's not even technically. I mean, I guess it is DLC. I just bought all 4 chapters or whatever.
Oh well, I don't think that counts.
That's not really DLC.
That's us buying games.
Yeah.
Because by that token, I've bought DLC for Wolf Among Us. I just bought all 5 of the episodes.
I just don't like. I find that I don't need the DLC. I'm like, I feel like the story's pretty good. All right, bye.
Yeah. There's... tell her, I've also bought Skyrim DLC. But that was just extended story sort of thing.
Yeah. That's
Nothing...
like that Dragonborn DLC
yeah.
or whatever.
No, it wasn't Dragonborn. I bought the Dawn Guard.
Dawn Guard.
I say it like that because after you buy the DLC, everyone in the world goes, I hear they're reforming the Dawn Guard. To let you know, hey, you bought this thing, you should probably do it. Because that's what they do in video games. They tell you to play the game, which is upsetting. When you open your mouth, you're holding your lips shut for some unknown reason.
I don't know why. It just felt right.
Jolly good.
Jolly good.
I apologise if I'm not particularly energetic anymore. I kind of let out all of my
energy!
All of my energy within the first bit, complaining about
I will give you my energy. Like,
don't actually cut open your arms.
This is a fake, like, IV, and then whoosh. No, the energy is going. That's weird.
You would never be a doctor, Robert.
I'm a doctor.
You are a doctor of laughter.
Well, I'm not even that
PhD.
You're pretty hilarious, dude.
Is it pretty hilarious, dude, or pretty hilarious, dude?
Pretty hilarious.
It's all
dude.
It's all on the inflection. There's a comma there, is there?
Yeah.
Good. What's the thing that you would like to talk about most, Nathan? I want to talk a little bit about Far Cry Primal.
Please.
Because that was announced recently.
I saw an announcement for it. I did not look into it at all.
I've seen the trailer. That's pretty much all I've seen. What was strange about this is that there was like a teaser image released like, I think it must have been like Monday maybe? Of just like, a tribal drawing sort of thing. Like a cave wall scribbling from Ubisoft. And, sort of spread across the internet. It's like, ooh, what does this mean? What can it mean? What is this new game that Ubisoft are making? Ooh,
Caveman Simulator.
And, the next day I would just
Assassin's Creed Caveman.
I honestly expect it to be some sort of Assassin's Creed Caveman game. Like the Dawn of the Templars were all Neanderthals or something stupid.
What did you just say?
Neanderthals.
Oh,
sorry, Neanderthals.
Thank you.
I forget there's a H in there. No, it's like the word homage and homage. I say homage, but apparently that's the pretentious dick way of saying it.
Pay homage. I say homage.
Yeah, okay, we're pretentious dicks now, apparently.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
I'm not pretentious.
I'm pretty
I just think I'm great, not pretentious.
I think I'm probably pretty pretentious.
I'm the best at being humble, you little prick.
Someone was, I was at a rehearsal, and the musical director was like, "Oh, you need to make it brighter, like smile when you sing." I was like, "Yeah, guys, you need to lift your soft palate, like because that's the technical term. That's what you do in singing." And they were like, "Is that like a euphemism?" I was like, "No, that's the
Go on, love, lift up your soft palate.
Lift your soft palate, love." No, it's not a euphemism. That's the actual singing technique that you were doing there. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now.
That's fine. No, all I was saying was that I found it a little bit funny that they released this like sort of teaser image of this weird scribbling
Cave painting,
and then the very next day going, "Okay, we can't hold it any longer. It's Far Cry Primal."
What a bunch of dicks.
But yeah, I saw the trailer for the game, and you know how in Far Cry 3 and 4 everyone got really annoyed at the animals and people liked the shooting in the game?
Yes.
Basically, imagine those two games, but with lots and lots of animals and no shooting.
Amazing.
Basically, like what the
Ubisoft were like, "Yes, I hear your complaint,
but more of it.
How about more and fuck you?"
Yes, I understand your complaint, but there's the door and go fuck yourself. Yeah, I'm honestly interested in it because all the trailer really shows is you like punching a tiger thing and then like shooting an arrow into a woolly mammoth's face, and then some scary men come after you.
So is it like no guns?
No, this is like Dawn of Man like time. There is no guns. There is a bow and arrow if that counts.
That's exciting.
I know it's I don't really think any games have really covered this sort of other than what was it like Ark Survival Evolved or whatever it is, the dinosaur simulator game.
I actually want to play this one now.
I might play this one, considering that for the past couple of games, Far Cry have sold themselves purely on we have a camp and over-the-top villain character, look at it, and there is none of this in this Far Cry Primal, which is interesting, but I do like those villain characters, even if, you know, that's all that Ubisoft are good at. Are you thinking about what you want the game to be?
Yeah. I hope it's good.
Well, yeah, I hope it's good. I want all games to be good.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But you can't have everything you want, Robert.
Oh.
You don't always get
What you want!
That counts as singing.
You can't, isn't it? You can't always get what you want.
I don't know. It was Rolling Stones.
But if you try sometimes.
Was it Rolling Stones or was it The Who?
You just might find you get what you need.
We're waggling our fingers because we are rock and roll.
Was it Van Halen?
I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't.
Why did you pose that as a serious question then?
I don't know.
I think it was... Oh, I've forgotten all the celebrities.
Tenacious D.
It was definitely Tenacious D. Markiplier released a video yesterday.
Okay.
To promote... It was a promotion video.
Right.
It had Jack Black and his son on it.
No.
Yeah, basically Jack Black, Markiplier, and Jack Black's son, Sam, I think it was. I don't care.
Oh.
Sorry, Sam, if you're listening.
Yes.
Clearly, he's a huge fan.
Sam Black.
Basically, Jack Black's son, aka Sam, I think. Oh, that's what I'll call him, Sam, I think. Were playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4. And Jack Black, throughout the entire thing, he was wearing like this weird, like zip-up towel onesie-looking thing. It was like he was laying there in like like a grey, like fuzzy tracksuit or something.
Okay.
And he's like, these like shade glasses, like pure black, and he would just spent the entire time like leaned back, relaxed, like not even paying attention to anything, with this like weird smile on his face, as his son played the game and Markiplier tried to make conversation with him. When all Jack Black tried to talk about was the movie that he was promoting.
Okay.
And I'm sure Jack Black's a nice person, but this seemed very shameless.
That's weird.
It is, because like the feeling I got from it was that Jack Black thought that, you know, he was there and he was helping Markiplier getting some sort of fame. But thinking about it, Markiplier has nearly 10 million subscribers.
Yes.
There are plenty more people in this world who prefer Markiplier to Jack Black, I think, by now.
Indeed.
Jack Black, I think his early work in Tenacious D was great, and some of his early movies were wonderful. Yeah. And I am quite excited to see the Goosebumps movie. I think that looks quite interesting.
Goosebumps movie?
That's what he's promoting. They're doing a Goosebumps movie, and he plays R.L. Stein. It's a weird looking thing. Basically, the idea is Jack Black is R.L. Stein,
Okay.
and some annoying youths break into his house or something, and then all of his ideas from his books get unleashed upon the world.
That's exciting.
It looks pretty good, actually.
I love Goosebumps.
I love the Goosebumps. I used to watch it as a child. I don't have anything more to say on that. I just wanted to let you know.
Viewers beware, you're in for a scare.
Viewers beware, you're in for a scare.
Except the show was never scary.
I don't know.
A bit laughable, really.
I don't know. As a kid, I was just scared by the concept of someone trying to scare me.
I actually found the Mask episode a little bit scary.
Which mask was that? The Halloween.
Yeah, the Halloween Mask one.
I don't recall ever seeing that one.
I think that one was like a film. I'm not quite
sure.
Oh,
was that the one that was like 3 parts or something?
Yeah.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I think the book was in 2 or so parts. I think.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, good. I'm glad.
We should watch it
now. Let's just
now,
stop the podcast and watch
stop the podcast. We're watching Goosebumps. No. But we should totally watch it. Oh dear. I'm going to try and make idle conversation while Nathan looks at a screen.
I was just distracted by things that were happening. That's fine.
So, audience, please tell me about yourselves. I'm very, very interested in hearing this.
That shirt you're wearing.
I like it.
Take it off.
It looks better on my floor.
Is this our ASMR video now? Video, great. Well done, Nathan. You've gotten formats confused again.
You there, viewer. Take your top off.
One man, one desire.
Wiggle those titties.
That was Robert that said that. I am not a chauvinist pig. Okay, so Robert.
Sorry.
Let me lay something fresh for you.
Break it down now.
I can beatbox. Have you heard of the HTC Vive?
It's a phone.
No, it is not.
No.
HTC, as you might know them, the company that makes telephones.
Oh.
Mobile telephonic communication devices.
Yeah, so I said phone.
Yeah, they are partnered with Steam to make a VR headset.
Okay.
And this has been going around a few shows. It's called the HTC Vive, as I said at the beginning.
Oh, Vive. I thought you said 5. That's why I thought it was a phone.
No, Robert.
Vive with a V for the V.
Yes, I'm sorry.
For the viewers that were as confused as
I have a fat tongue, okay?
No.
No.
Robert, that was a terrible thought. Why did you say that?
Was it something...
Or even think it?
You were thinking about me licking ice creams, weren't you?
Yes,
okay,
indeed.
Good.
I definitely wasn't thinking anything inappropriate about anything else that could be fat.
That's fine. Basically, this HTC Vive, it's been getting a lot of attention because there have been some very, shall I say, dramatic encounters with it. Like
As in, people have died when they played.
No, not that, but reporters have said that after they've come out of the showroom where they experienced it, that they broke down to their knees and cried, or they had to take half an hour sitting down to get it readjusted to the real world, because apparently it is that good. It is apparently one of the best VR headsets out there.
Bruh.
This is coming from people who have said, I tried the Oculus, I didn't think it was that good. I've tried the Sony Morpheus or whatever it is, and, it was alright.
This is the future!
Well, this is the thing, it's not the future.
Oh.
I hope one day it will be, but there is one huge problem with the HTC Vive. The required space to play it
only the rich can play it.
Is a 12 foot by 12 foot square empty room. Robert, do you have one of those in your house?
No.
Do you know whether I have one in my house?
You definitely don't.
Of course I fucking don't. No one earning less than 75k a year has a spare room that is 12 foot by 12 fucking foot. Because anyone with any sense says, there's an empty room, I'm gonna put a fucking bed in it.
My bedroom isn't even 12 foot.
There's a closet, I'm gonna put a fucking bed in it.
Wait.
That's Robert's room, I'm gonna put a fucking bed in it.
You're gonna put a bed in a
closet. I got a gun, I'm gonna put a fucking bed in it.
How dare you. Don't make fun of my tiny, tiny bedroom. I paid for rent today.
Oh, well am.
Look at me. I'm
Do you feel adult?
Yeah, it's really scary. It's when they sent me my bill from last month, and they were like, "Thank you for paying," and I was like, "Okay." And I looked at how much it was, and a single tear like streamed down my face.
Tear.
I was like, "Fuck."
Do you like handle the funds yourself and the others pay you? Is that how it works, or do you just get charged individually?
We should have made a group account already, but everyone in the house is lazy. So what?
Including yourself. Let's not beat around the bush.
Well, no, because if they were open to it, because we can't open a joint account unless we're all there.
I suppose.
So like whatever, but. Yeah, so they just pay me the money, and I get it out of my account. Because when the housing lady was like, right, we need someone's bank account, and I looked around, and everyone was avoiding eye contact, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll put my name down. Jesus,
Jiminy Christmas,
girls. Don't live with girls, everybody. Don't live with girls. Although bright side, no one pees on the fucking toilet seats. So that's cool.
Is that not what you're supposed to do?
No.
Well, I've been living a lie, Robert.
Nathan, if you pee on the toilet seat, I will murder you.
I don't. Even if there is a bit of drip, I clean it up because I'm a good boy.
Always lift the seat. I don't get it. I don't get why men think that they can fucking aim when they can't.
Because I get complained at if I don't put it back down. I can't have two thoughts at once, Robert. What do you think I am, an animal?
I have one of my housemates, Jessica. She's always like, Robert, you never put the toilet seat down. And I'm gonna turn around one day and be like, at least I don't piss on the seat. Do you want pee on the seat, or do you want me to fucking lift the toilet seat and not put it back down? You put it back down when you go in. I don't care. I have a tiny bladder. I get up to pee every 5 seconds.
I'm glad you said bladder.
Shut up. It's not true. I have a rather large one. You can ask anyone.
Okay, we'll leave a bit of silence there in case we want to cut that out later.
No, I'm perfectly cool with
After all the references of my own genitalia, I think it's fine that we have one about yours.
So many people have seen my penis, Nathan. So many people.
Well, stop walking to work naked.
You can ask anyone if my penis is large. They'll say, yes, Nathan.
Good. Shall I call Tom Hardy and ask him?
Yeah.
Going back to that old
he
unfunny
specifically
joke.
has seen it. Tom Hardy, is Robert's penis big? What's that? Yeah. Oh, of course.
Robert, is he the Canadian one?
Is that I know many Roberts.
He probably does.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Roberts in the world. It's not just fucking me.
Okay, my laptop battery's about to die, which is upsetting because that's got all of the topics on there. So
God!
Shall we run through to another one?
Go! Let's stop talking about my penis.
Okay, yeah, okay, let's talk about Tony Hawk's 5.
Okay, tell me about it. Go.
Did you hear about Tony Hawk's 5?
I heard that it was possibly a game.
It's utterly fucking shit.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Nothing is like...
It is like...
Pro Skater 3.
Actually abomination awful.
Is it like Sonic Heroes level? Not Sonic Heroes, Sonic Boom.
It probably worse.
Is it unfinished?
Yeah.
Why do
put it this way.
release unfinished games?
The patch that came out the day after the game did was larger than the actual game file.
What the fuck?
There are many theories going around. There are reports that the actual released game, like the on-disc game, contains just a tutorial on the first couple of levels, and the patch actually had the rest of the levels in it. The main theory that's going around at the moment, and I'm not too surprised if this turns out to be true, is that Activision's license for the game was running out. Because I believe that, like with movies, there is a 7-year clause that if you don't do anything with the license after 7 years, it's up for grabs. It's up for grabs, yeah. And so Activision were like,
shit, better release this game.
Yeah, throw it out there. Because obviously Neversoft, I think, are no more. The guys who made the original games.
Yeah, they were...
They were eaten up like so many other good companies. And yeah, just the game, the physics are completely broken. There's like hardly anything to it. It's ugly as fucking sin. We've spoken about this on a previous episode. Like they had like original screenshots for the graphics, and they were fucking terrible. And then they just cel shaded them, so it's like, it's just the art style, bro. But yeah, it's
backtrack.
It's gotten so many people upset, and understandably so, because When I was young, I used to really like the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games.
I liked Pro Skater 3.
I liked Tony Hawk's Underground 1 and 2. They were pretty decent. After that, I didn't really care for them.
Yeah, no.
But
I grew out of that when I had sex.
I'll put it this way: have you played Spyro 2 at all?
No, because I have never played a Spyro game.
That's upsetting. They're great.
Are they? Because they don't look it.
Well, I really enjoy them, but they control awfully.
They control like garbage.
But no, one reviewer described the physics as being akin to that of the skateboarding minigame from Spyro 2. Which is literally a case of you get on the skateboard and you propel yourself at max speed forward and you can barely turn.
Oh, Jesus.
It looks awful, and every time you fall off the board, your body just ragdolls and it stretches to unfortunate sizes and just clips through everything. It's one of the worst games to come out for a while.
Games industry, stop sending out unfinished games.
Stop it, Activision. All right. You're better than this.
You are all half-assing it, and we're gonna stop buying him.
Yeah, we're gonna tell our mums on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell my mama. She lives in Scotland and can't do anything about it.
That's gonna be too expensive to call her. Really?
How?
It's Scotland. Is that not classed as long distance?
No.
I've never had to call anyone from Scotland.
No.
Apart from that one time.
I have unlimited minutes on my phone.
Oh.
On my phone that isn't working because I have a broken phone because iPhones
Is
are
your
garbage.
phone still broken?
Yeah. I've been without a phone for a month and a half now.
Yeah, poor sweet prince.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you remember the name of my phone.
Well, yeah, because it was a good joke.
It was a good joke. Every time I unplugged it because it didn't live off charge, so every time I unplugged it I would go, "Good night, sweet prince." It would die.
Would you care to talk about your phone again for another few minutes, just while I get my laptop plugged in?
Well, basically, oh my god, Nathan.
I don't think I need it. I think I can remember.
Don't leave me alone with the audience.
No,
I'm so
fine.
scared.
I'm back now. It's cool.
There's at least 10 people listening.
We have at least an person.
What is it with you and saying "and" thingies lately? When the next word doesn't start with a vowel.
Just because I like breaking grammar.
You know what really bothers me? And I will sit there confused for a while. When I'm trying to say, I don't know,
out with it.
I'm just trying to give an example that works. So if I'm talking about the yolk of an egg, right?
Yeah.
And I'm writing it, I'm okay, so A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y. So do I put a yolk or an yolk? But an yolk doesn't even make sense.
No,
so I say a yolk, but it's but it's sometimes a vowel. What is the rules?
That's the thing. Was that something that you got taught in Canada? Because during my school days, we were never taught and sometimes Y. It was always just A-E-I-O-U.
Really?
And Y can go fuck itself.
I don't...
Y has always been a consonant to me, and in this country, it shall remain so.
Yeah, I think it was when I was in Canada that I was taught that it's and sometimes Y.
One thing that always confused me, and it was explained to me as to why, not why and sometimes why, but the term an hour. It starts with a
shit
H.
like that. That bothers me too. It starts with an H, but it makes a consonant sound. I mean, vowel sound.
Yeah,
so
I think it depends on the sound rather than the actual spelling of it, because English language.
English just makes its own rules, and it bothers me.
Nah. We have about 15 minutes left. Is there anything that you can remember from the list that you would like to talk about?
Please give me.
Would you like to talk about the possible? I don't know. By the time this comes out, it might be a reality. The voice actor strike.
Yeah, go on. Let's do it.
Okay, so basically, a whole bunch of video game voice actors have come out and said that they feel as though they're being mistreated in the workplace, which
they probably are.
Is fair enough. And we just read an article just before the podcast was recorded. This was recorded on a Thursday, so I don't know how this outcome is going to go. But apparently there is a 96% in favour of going on strike.
That's
so
a big percent.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to happen so far. We're breaking the story, Robert. We'll just go ahead and say it's happening.
We're the first.
It's happening, ladies and gentlemen.
Strike.
Strike. We're doing a strike. We're not. We can claim to be. Can we claim to be video game voice actors and then get so much money?
We are not video game voice actors.
I might be, though. I might not be, but I could be. They don't know.
Could be in the future.
Yeah, they don't know.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Future voice actors should be able to strike.
You see, we just had the webpage up, and now my laptop's died, so I'm just trying to remember in my head all of the things they were demanding. One of the things they were wanting was a success bonus, I think. Was basically like every 2 million copies that were sold of a game, be that download, physical, whatever, the voice actors should receive a form of a bonus with a cap at 8 million copies sold, so, you know, they could earn up to 4 bonuses. This, I think, was started with the guy who played Nico Bellic in Grand Theft Auto 4, who became a joke to Rockstar, because basically he, from what I heard, he didn't get paid that very much for the role itself. Really? And as far as I understand, he wasn't fully aware of either the game he was recording for or how successful the game would be. Which we'll go on to again in a second, because that's one of the other terms. And basically, after the game undoubtedly became a huge success,
of course,
he went to Rockstar and said, can I have some more money? I feel like I've been terribly underpaid. And they just said, LOL, fuck you, and made a joke about him in the 5th game. And yeah, one of the other things in the demands is to have greater transparency, sorry, I think I sat an end there, in the roles they are auditioning for, because a lot of the time now, voice actors are applying for roles, and they're not even told what game it's for, what company they'll be working for, that sort of thing. So another guy could be, you know, auditioning for a role that would end up being in a huge blockbuster hit, and he wouldn't know about it until, you know,
the hit is
until it's come up on his like IMDb page or something. Other than that, there was another point, but heaven forbid. Oh yeah, no, that's it. There were a couple of other points. Basically, there was they wanted to have a 2-hour limit on vocally stressful recording sessions.
Yeah.
Which I'm honestly surprised they don't have that sort of thing now, because
well, I mean, if you're doing
I get strained recording this, and I do nothing.
I know. I've needed to cough for like 48 minutes now.
I've needed to fart for ever since we started recording, and I've held it in. I've probably got a form of cancer now.
Don't you dare do that around me.
I hope you appreciate the fact that I'm bleeding for my art. And,
do not fart in front of me.
I'm not gonna. No,
we are not that close.
No, I've been holding it in like a good boy. Other than that, they wanted to have properly trained team members, like stuntmen and that sort of thing, on hand for if they are required to do mocap sessions, because obviously being voice actors, you know, not every voice actor is an actor, but not every actor is a voice actor, which is why. Oh shit, we've not been able to talk about Until Dawn very much in this episode. It's alright, we'll do it after. We'll do it live, fine.
But go on. Not every actor is a voice actor, not every voice actor is an actor.
No, so if a voice actor is required to do mocap for their scene, then, you know, usually they're not especially qualified for that sort of thing. They're not stage people like us, Robert. They do not know how to talk proper good on stage and stuff.
Yeah, wicked. Good job.
That was a good high five. I put barely any effort into it.
I know, it's all me.
Oh, who did I give the worst? It was you.
It was me, yeah.
Yeah, when we were at our drinking session, we gave the worst high five to each other. It's like I sort of I karate chopped you in the wrist.
It was truly horrible.
And like our thumbs connected, and it was like really painful.
He also spilt a drink all over me.
I bought you another one.
He did buy me another one.
Yeah, you lost like half a pint, and I bought you a full one because I'm just that kind of loving person.
Oh, Nathan.
That night was uncomfortable.
What do you mean?
No. I had fun, but I don't usually drink that much.
Oh.
Usually my limit is 3 pints.
Yeah.
So I was like walking home going, okay, I am far too gone.
I should have walked you home.
No, it's fine. I got home fine. It's just I was sat in bed and I was like, my tummy feels a sickie.
I woke up in the morning and I must admit, I don't know if it was like heartburn or like acid reflux, but I wasn't hungover. I just felt really gross in my tummy.
I tend to not get hungover like the morning after. I get hungover the minute I stop drinking.
Oh, God.
It's like, as soon as I get home and sit down, it's like, okay, this is hell. This is all of the painful.
What? Like, that's not normal. You shouldn't be in pain after drinking.
Ginny, as you can probably hear me because I'm talking about her while she's in the other room, but she's pretty unusual with alcohol as well because she can drink quite a lot, get very drunk within like an hour. Within half an hour, she's sober again.
That's weird.
She sobers up so quickly.
Ginny, you're weird. Silence.
Good. I hope this doesn't sound awful. I know it's slightly echoey in here.
Nah.
Anyway.
Oh, meow, you just leave.
Oh, meow, you're so sleepy. Oh, sorry, we're doing kitten noises.
Oh, wah, wah, wah.
Okay, I'm going to give my thoughts on Until Dawn.
Go on.
Okay, so...
This is a game that I have played none of, watched maybe an hour of.
Yeah, you've not played any of it, so I wouldn't be expecting like full banter or anything. I'm just going to forward my views and opinions on the game.
Okie pokey.
I told you last time I saw you that I was going to try and gather my thoughts to make it eloquent, what I say. I didn't do that.
No.
Of course I didn't.
I wasn't expecting it.
I didn't do my homework, miss. So what?
Sorry, miss, I was busy.
The dog ate my vocal cords.
Oh my god, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine now. It grew back.
Ah, good. That's how vocal cords work.
Apparently my voice tastes disgusting. According to the dog. Anyway, Until Dawn. After the stresses of recording, as I said at the beginning of the show, I felt like, okay, I'm going to play more of this game because I'm quite enjoying it. As I'm not going to be recording anymore, I feel like I'm entitled... Thank you very much.
To play a game.
To play a game that is in my house. I played about 4, maybe 5 hours of the game. The more I played, the more I started to dislike it.
Oh.
I still haven't quite put my thoughts together as to why I feel like this, because I'm not in any way, shape, or form a game reviewer yet.
Yes.
Yet. Once the gene therapy is done, I shall be in my final form.
This isn't even my final form!
Transform! I think that was from Dragon Ball.
It is.
It is from Dragon Ball.
I'm just waiting for you to transform.
And
now stay like that for 3 episodes. Oh, Dragon Ball Z banter!
You mean 6 weeks? Oh, no. Oh, God. That'll be nearly the end of the year by the time.
That's crazy.
Are we doing anything special for Christmas, have we decided?
I don't know.
We should just wear beards and not tell the audience.
Brilliant. That sounds like something I would do.
Anyway, yeah.
Special Christmas episode. We don't even say anything special about Christmas, and the audience are like, "What?" We're just like, "Yeah, we were wearing beards the whole time. How dare you even think that we weren't doing anything special?"
Okay, the thing about Until Dawn, I dislike it for the same reason that I dislike BioShock.
Ugh.
That's the only way I can...
It still makes me sad that you dislike BioShock.
Well, the issue is that there is a serious disconnect between gameplay and story, I find.
Yes.
Because BioShock, as I was playing it, I kind of felt like I'm not playing a game that somebody wanted me to play. I'm playing a game and someone is telling me a story they want me to hear, and I'm not paying attention to it, and they're getting upset at me that I'm not paying attention to it.
Yes.
Because stories are well and good, but... Tell me the story if you want to tell me the story. Don't make me read the story. I don't want to put in the effort to get the story. Just give me a story if you want me to have a story.
Yeah, game.
Don't hand me a book and rip out 10 pages and just say, oh, you can have these 10 pages back if you do, 10 press-ups for me after each chapter.
That's amazing.
Which is pretty much what a game is, but I don't like that.
No.
No.
I want everything given to me.
I
don't want to work for something.
Well, no, that's kind of what my thoughts have come to. Is that I can't honestly criticise the game for not following what I want a game to be. But basically with Until Dawn, I felt like what I wanted of the game wasn't being displayed through the actions I was taking and the result of said actions. Well,
yeah, I've already heard of your rather unhappy experience with the choice.
Basically, the way I played the game is that I predetermined what I want to happen in the story.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, to get to this point, I think what I have to do is this.
So basically, he wants one character to survive.
I want all of the characters to survive, but
I
apparently
don't think it's
no.
possible.
It is actually. There is... the only way I will replay the game is because there is a walkthrough I found online that tells you how to do the game and keep all the characters alive.
Wow.
I don't care if that's cheating. That is the way I will get the most satisfaction from that game.
Okay.
And, yeah, it just... Basically, when a character dies, it feels like a fail state. It feels like there should be a game over screen and then, restart from checkpoints on a thing, and there is none of that. It's
The story goes on.
The story goes on whether you want it to or not.
Right.
And I don't like that. If there
This is why a game is bad. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Signed Nathan.
No. I've not once said this game is bad.
Okay.
I said that I feel there is a disconnect between story and gameplay, and it is not one that I enjoy.
Okay.
That is my ass covered.
Brilliant. You've covered yourself for the internet.
It's...
Which character died?
It was Chris.
Aww.
All because Ashley is a stuck-up twat who tells me to shoot her 1 minute, then complains about me trying to shoot her the next minute. Fuck you, Ashley.
God, Ashley.
You'd think you didn't want to be shot.
No, I don't think many people want to be shot.
Well,
Nathan.
why did she tell me she wanted to do that?
Girls are fickle.
Tit. Ashley.
This is why you were married to a man.
Yeah, because they're easy. Yeah. Not in that way, Robert.
No, but they are.
In that way, Robert.
Both ways.
But it's just kind of easy with a man, There wasn't really elsewhere that I could take this that was comfortable to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
I was talking about easy to live.
But you went on with it. So
it was easy to talk. It's easy to live with men, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You've talked earlier about your issues with living with two girls.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, don't.
Yeah, don't.
Okay, we have about 5 minutes left of the show. Shall we?
Me your pitch.
Okay, so there is a game that I've had in my head for a while.
Yes.
That I really want to get made, but I've experimented with.
Is it Knife Cock the movie the game?
It's not Knife. It's not Knife Cock the movie the game, and we're not talking about that because I want that to be a real thing, and I want it to be a surprise. No, the game that I want to make.
Sorry.
So, Knife Cock is a film that's currently in pre-production, shall I say?
Pre-production.
Yeah, it's a concept. It's concept at the moment that our dear beloved friend Blake is rolling around in his mind at the moment.
There's a lot of things rolling around in his mind that I do not want to know about.
Okay, so this game that I want to make, I'll give you the title first.
Okay.
It's in the vein of there's a lot of simulation games going around at the moment.
Yes.
And I want to make a simulation game.
Okay.
What it's going to end up being, I think, the only way I can see it working in my mind is it would be a rhythm action simulation game.
Rhythm action simulation game.
The title of this game,
oh god,
is Walking Home with Heavy Shopping Simulator. Based on real life events.
Okay.
Basically, it's kind of like imagine a combination between QWOP, Guitar Hero, and Goat Simulator is the only way I can put it.
Okay.
Basically, you have to. It's very story driven. Is what I like about this concept of the game.
Yeah, you need to get your shopping home.
Yeah, basically, you are a man.
There are Frozens.
There are what?
Like frozen things in your bags. You need to get those home in the freezer.
Yeah, exactly. You are a time limit. You are a man who works in business.
Oh god, you're a busy businessman.
You are a busy businessman who has hopes and dreams, but they've all shattered as he's approached middle aged. And he has a wife and a child, but he knows deep inside that his family is slowly splitting apart.
Oh god.
The good ending, to achieve the good ending...
You get the shopping home.
You get the shopping home, 100% no spillages, because basically it will have its own original soundtrack. It'll have about 10 levels, each with its own song, all dealing with... Yeah, it'll start off slow music, sort of about his thoughts,
okay.
All lyrics depending on that. There'll be little
beautiful.
thought bubbles. Talk about how his day went and about how his relationship with his wife is, that sort of thing.
Aww.
Yeah, that's sort of
That's cute.
so nice, and you sort of have to, press, I don't know, like A and D in rhythm with the music so he walks, and if you get out of rhythm, the bags go wild and shopping go everywhere. And you have, basically a health bar that, slowly ticks down with every bit of shopping you lose.
Yeah.
And there are quest-specific items. Like, beginning of each level...
The tampons fell out the bag.
Exactly. Like,
oh my God.
At the beginning of each level, your wife will give you a shopping list. Like, say, if you don't bring home, like, the carrots tonight, we won't be able to have, like, this lovely meal that we've been planning for months now.
And you will have no sex!
Yeah, and, like, if you can lose you can lose as much shopping as you want, but if those carrots go out, you are in deep trouble. And, yeah, it's basically going to be 10 levels of that. And you are basically in control of how this man's marriage goes.
Oh my God.
By making sure he gets home with all of his shopping. Because he can't stop to pick up items, Robert. Because
he's busy.
He's a busy businessman with business ideas.
You know, I actually quite like that.
Exactly.
It's actually quite good.
But unfortunately, I don't know how to do physics games. I don't know how to do games in general.
That's a good game, though. I would play that.
Exactly. So if there are any game designers listening to this who wants to work for free for about a year...
I'd say maybe make it like a Flash game. Probably be easier.
Give it like either 2D graphics or very basic 3D graphics. Yeah, if there's anyone who wants to work on this game with me, that's perfectly fine.
Someone's probably stolen your idea now.
Shit, look, copyright Nathan 2015. I'm pretty sure that's how the legal system works.
Oh, definitely.
This was actually mostly inspired by Shower with Your Dad Simulator.
Oh my God.
I was just walking home one day with heavy shopping thinking, what's the stupidest simulator I can come up with? And
that's what Shower with Your Dad Simulator needs, actually. Like
shopping.
A heavy story.
Yeah.
Other than just shower with your dad.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to make, because you have like these really vapid and stupid like simulator games, you know, like you have your like Iron Bread and Goat Simulator and Shower with Your Dad Simulator, but they'll have this sort of entertaining edge to them. But one thing about, say, Iron Bread, for example, is that it gives you like this really serious story alongside it, like the bread really shouldn't have.
Yes.
And I just feel like that's something that needs to happen in simulator games. Just give it, because like it probably wouldn't be the story wouldn't be so obvious immediately, but like the further you get into the game, like the more you realise this guy has a horrifying life, and you were the only thing standing between him and happiness.
You were the problem.
You were the problem player.
Oh, it's brilliant.
That's what I like about video games. Like you can either be the solution or the problem.
I like it.
Choose chemistry over maths. Be the solution, not the problem. That's an education joke I made up, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, good job. You're really good.
Shall we end the show on that?
Please.
I don't know what to call this episode. Shall we call it Walking with Heavy Shopping Simulator?
You don't want to give away your joke too early.
Oh, true.
I say we call it...
I want to call it Put a Fucking Bed in It. No, we can't have the word fucking on iTunes. God damn it, iTunes.
Put Enigmas and Mysteries as the title.
Enigmas and Mysteries.
Same fucking word.
So I'll call it same fucking word.
Okay, cool.
No,
you can't say fucking.
Oh, damn it. Okay, I'll listen back to it. I don't care.
Put down the shopping list, or like golly goshness. I don't know. or call it trying to come up with a name for this title is futile.
I'll call it golly goshness.
Okay.
Shopping list golly goshness.
As long as I create the title.
That's fun, because I usually pick things that I say, so I want you to have one. This
golly goshness.
Golly goshness shopping list.
I'm so good at videos. This isn't a video! Ah!
Robert, would you please like to shill your shit?
Hi guys, you can find me on Twitter at Robert Has a Vlog, and you can also find me on Instagram by the same name. You can also find me on Tumblr at EctoB1ologist. What other things?
You can also find me
hiding outside the bushes of your house. Look outside. See me there now. And if you're Jessica, you can find me down the hall.
Hello, Jessica. Thank you for listening again. Okay, if you want to find me on the internet, you can find me on Twitter at WhoDatNate. That's WHODATNATE. Thank you very much, Robert, for interrupting me. I despise you and everything you do to me.
What do I do to you, Nathan?
Interrupt me a lot.
That's true.
That's fine.
But you know, you like it really.
It gives me something to work off. You can also don't stick your finger in the speakers.
Got stuck.
I just got this shit.
My finger got stuck.
You can also find myself and Robert on the channel on YouTube
Whoneedsquality.
Well, we play Vigigens. Robert and I together are currently playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4. You can tune in.
It is super spooky.
It is so spooky.
We have a super scary spooky time.
It has at least 5 spookies.
There are at least 5 spookies contained within.
There are at least 5 spookies.
If you looked on the ingredients, it would say, warning, 5 spookies.
Warning contains 5 spookies. We only handle with gloves.
Do not inhale.
Oh, no, I won't tell you the story now. That's fine.
I am interested.
I don't know. I might have told you it in private anyway.
Maybe.
I'll leave it for outside the podcast.
Yeah,
it's fine.
indeed.
You don't deserve it.
You guys can't listen. You guys don't know our lives.
If you want to follow the Twitter of this podcast, of course you will.
Of course.
I was going to make sure the cat hasn't pissed on the bed or anything. She's been in here for the past hour. You can follow us, the Antisocial Gamers podcast, on Twitter, which is at AntisocialPcast. You can also find the website, which is Antisocial.
Ow, don't nibble me.
Antisocialgamerspodcast.libsyn, that's libsyn.com. I think that's all. We do actually have an email address, but I can't remember it.
We have an email address?
We have a Gmail address.
Oh yeah, it's antisocialgamerspcast@gmail.co.uk.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Because my laptop's kind of dead, so we can't really check it.
I think it's that. If it's not, then
it's probably that.
If it's not that, then I set it up, so I should hope so.
Yeah, if you want to email us random bollocks, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, just
really
send us an email and say bollocks. That's
great. Just send us an email saying bollocks. That's fine.
Send us a picture of your bollocks. That's cool too.
Let's not incite that, because we will probably get like 2 pictures.
Nobody send us. I mean, unless you want to. No, don't send us bollocks.
Please don't send us bollocks. Please don't send us balls. Damn it! I want that to be the title.
Please don't send us ball, but Golly.
Golly Gosh shopping list will be the title. Don't worry.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Go away.